Celebs to entrepreneur, she's got the scoop. Community and entertainment, she's in the loop. Every smile a burst of velvet light. Through the screen she shines so bright. With the laughs and tales that weave tonight.
Well, welcome to another episode of SKST Radio, and you tuned in to the Cami Grayson Show, and I'm Cami Grayson, and over here I have Sumiko.
Yes, Sumiko Inthyea. How are you doing today?
You know, she got one of those names, guys. Y'all know how I am with names. Tell people, who are you and what you do?
My name is Sumiko Inthyea. I am a mother of four. I am a business owner, and I am an entrepreneur and visionary.
Oh, wow. That's amazing.
Oh, and a spiritual leader. Let me not forget that. Most of all. Most importantly, yes.
Okay. And now we just got her signed up for Girl Talk.
Yes,
so
yes.
we got her signed up for Girl Talk. We have another She-Ro in the house. I love it. Absolutely love it. So, yeah. So, welcome. This is your first time here at the studio.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
And so, welcome. We really
thank you for having me. Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
And we have family members that's part of SKST.
Yes, I have Jesse Appice and my cousin Joseph.
Yeah.
Yes.
So you just slide on in with the family.
Yes.
So tell me, let's talk about your business. Just a little bit about you, what you do in detail.
I started a business back when I was married, Endowed Expressions, LLC. And it started when I was homeschooling my children, and I was married, mothering teacher, the mothering part, the ring, marriage, and the teacher for homeschooling. And Endowed Expression came when I was in college, being married after I left being a store manager in management, and wanted to venture out because it was based off of me doing the homeschooling and one income, my husband at that time being the sole provider, and being a Black family, navigating life, young, married, and homeschooling at the same time, and not knowing how to navigate without doing the public school thing.
Wow. So, okay, so with this business, tell us a little bit more about the business.
The business at the time started when I do a lot of sewing. So in fashion design, I took that up in high school, which was something I did at Northview High with Votech. Sorry that they took away Votech this year. That's sad with the schooling with public schools. But I did it with fashion design at Votech in Norfolk. And so I kept that going. And with that, I did a lot of sewing. So I made men underwear. So it's called Endowed Expression for the men underwear. Endowed means
okay, so that's where I was trying to go with that. Now, what's the endowed part?
The endowed for the men underwear.
Okay.
Well, and so it branched off into swimwear and fashion for clothing, design, and home interior decorating and furniture, and that's branched on to my other business, which is home health care and manufacturing furniture and things of that nature.
Okay. Now you got all these little pickings. What's your favorite?
My favorite is honestly the event planning and the interior decorating.
I like that too. I love decorating. That would be my favorite. Yeah. Oh my goodness. So you got that going on, and your mother.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the mothering part, it never ends, as you know. And no matter how old you get, it stays.
You're still my baby.
Yes, you're still my baby. I'm 45. They say my age, and I have a 30-year-old, and she's still my baby. My youngest is 11. So it never stops. And I have 3 adult children, graduates from college, one still in college. So it's fun and it's exciting. And you navigate in life with trying to start to keep the business going, starting new ventures while you still being a mother. Now I'm divorced, so that's a new add-on to it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say a bonus, but it's still a bonus when you're navigating your life with God. You know, Yahweh, He's very instrumental in this walk. So, and that's the spiritual journey of it all. When you walking through it, when you was married, young, living life, and after it, you still, rely on Him to continue on.
Now tell us a little bit about the spiritual journey.
The spiritual journey, it has its, He will never fail you. But with us being in our flesh, we always find ourselves questioning, are we doing it right? And where is He in this journey at every point and every step of it? So you question who you are in the midst of it. So when you find yourself there, you go back to what you do know, what is true. And you go back to those old teachings from your upbringing, if you had it, if you had, big mom, grandma, that gave you those solid foundations.
Yeah.
They were there and they taught you that God will never leave you nor forsake you. So when you go to that part and you keep yourself in the Word of God, that Bible, whether it's the Quran or whatever your religion may be, but keep yourself grounded in the Word, the root words of the Holy Grail, the Holy Spirit, you will understand that He will never leave you nor forsake you, and He always leave you, those breadcrumbs to keep you rooted, to let you know that He is He and He said what He said, and His promise is true.
I love it. Absolutely love it. So are you content right now? Are you where you want to be, or are you still on that I'm struggling to get all of my balls in the air at the same time?
I'm gonna say that I was just there. I was just there where I just questioned that not too long ago. And now I'm at that place where I'm now believing and trusting in Him and knowing that this is where He has me and that I can now rely truly on Him, if that makes sense. Where everything that I thought was in the air, that I didn't believe that could happen for me, I now know it can happen for me. If it happened for someone else that I seen it, then it can also happen for me, as long as I believe it can. Once I stop believing, which believing in something in me is me then losing faith. So that's what He's saying. In order to even get to the kingdom of heaven, you have to have faith that it even exists. Right. So with that, having faith alone, the smallest seed, as a mustard seed, He said, and even in His word, that's what He relies on. That's what, in order even to get to heaven, you have to have faith.
Okay, now let's talk about your vision. You have a vision. So let's talk about that a little bit.
So my vision, the vision is seeing myself where I always see myself. So for example, just to take it back, growing up and typically, I grew up in Norfolk, public housing, to say. And I'm on government assistance. I always had a vision for myself being outside of that. I honestly, to tell you a true story, a real testimony, I didn't even know that I could live past 40. That never was a thought of mine until I got up in my 30s. Sadly, and my mom died at 42. My brother died at 33. My grandma died at 45 on my father's side, and my mother's died at 54. So, and I'm 45, so it was hard for me to even visualize living past a certain age. But at 15, I knew I wanted to escape it, and my escape was to get my CDLs at 15. So when I turned 18, I tried to get my CDLs, but at that time when I tried, that wasn't realistic in the driving world for a black female in that world. Okay, so I tried to go with several companies. I will not say their names, but they didn't support a black woman at 18 getting their CDLs, to say the least.
That's sad.
So I'm at the age 43, I got them.
Mm.
And so that's another one of my accolades that I'm proud of. That as a goal that I actually accomplished, that I always said I wanted to do, and I finally did it. Divorced and single. So
She's single.
so
guys.
when you say vision is actually going after everything that I ever had in mind to do for my life, whether I could believe it happened for me when I was a teenager and young to now, and going after all my dreams and goals, if
Right.
that makes sense.
Right.
So getting my business, my home health care that I've been striving to do with the renovations since last year, getting the license and the permits and everything to actually fully run successfully, and trying to do 90% of the competition, honestly.
Yeah. And that market booms here. I mean,
It does.
I mean, it's like 3 of them in this building right now.
Yes.
You know.
But when you look at it and you really analyze it, here's the catch. And it's a bit taboo that I'm about to say this, but it's a lot of us doing it, and we're not doing it in the right way.
Mm.
And I'm gonna just say it, a lot of us are hurting each other doing it. We're not doing it correctly. And I was having a conversation with a colleague the other day, and we don't want to pay health insurance. We don't want to pay overtime.
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to pay the top dollar. We want to pay low minimum wage, and yet the work is really hard and it's tedious. But in this a daunting task, to say the least.
Right.
But it's also financially rewarding. But it's only a select few at the top of the company, of each company, that's really getting the financial blessing.
Right.
But the workers are not.
Right.
And for me, with my company, I plan on paying health insurance. I plan on paying the top dollar. Mm-hmm. I'm planning on outdoing my competition in this area.
Right. But you get what you pay for, right?
You do.
You get what you pay for, and if a person's not feeling value,
mm-hmm.
you get high turnover.
Yeah, that's true.
So those
I learned that as a store manager.
Yeah, mm-hmm. You have high turnover, and it just don't work out.
Yes.
So you're forever being HR
yes.
trying to get these people
yes.
in, when you could have
yes.
kept that one person, trained that one person
mm-hmm.
to be your number one, then
yes.
going for the next one. So
yes.
people don't understand that. They
yes.
don't understand that. And so I think you're right on point,
mm-hmm.
of what you're going to do and how you're going to make that business happen. And so,
and yes, in his name, I pray I do.
Yeah, and I feel like you're going to do a good job. Great job at it. So that's what you got. That's one vision. So tell us a little bit more about the other vision.
The other vision is doing the interior decorating in homes, and as well as the event planning, that I have a lot of people who love for me to come and do their little parties mm-hmm. and do their get-togethers and come up with new and fresh ideas for events that they have, spontaneous things, because people will call me, like somebody just called me while I was just in the green room over there while you was talking with the other the other guests, and mm-hmm. asking me if that can help them with something this weekend. And I was telling them
this weekend is tomorrow.
And so I was like, okay, well, give me a minute. I gotta call you right back. But so there's a lot of people want fresh ideas that are not that are normal right mm-hmm. now, and something that could just go with everyday things. They want different foods, different ways to decorate. Mm-hmm. And the thing is, the budget. Mm-hmm. Their budget is not your typical budget that people want to say. You want to say you want to have $200-$300, $400-$500. Sometimes they just want to use what they already have, mm-hmm. and so they want to try to use that space that they already have a few people over, but use, you don't have that indoor outdoor living. So mm-hmm. you want to create that space to make it feel that way by opening what you have in your home already up and changing it around and giving it a fresh look. So that's the event planning along with the interior decorating.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, you know what? We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back. We're going to ask her a couple more questions. Wow. If you just tuned in, you haven't tuned in too late. You tuned into the Cammie Grayson Show.
Yes.
And man, I am sitting here with Sumiko.
Yes, Sumiko Inthyea. Yes.
I feel good when I say it right.
Yes, absolutely.
So let me tell you, this lady is awesome. If you haven't heard and you just tuned in, she does event planning. She has a home care services. She has all kinds of things that it's her dreams. She's
Yes.
living her dreams. I always say I'm living, this is my happy place, right?
Yes.
And
yes.
so when you're living your dream and actually doing what you like, my friend always tell me, but you in your happy place.
Mhm.
You know, I'm all sad about all this stuff.
Mhm.
But Cammie, you're in your happy
Big
place.
place. Yes.
So you're
Something
in your
that you
happy
created.
spot.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
And so tell us how it feels to be in your very own happy spot.
You being in your happy place give you that sense of freedom, that sense of comfortability. It's almost like when you can pull off your bra and walk around your house naked. I'm gonna just be honest. It's something that I love. I love to be able to just be me, authentically me, with no filters, being able to walk around blindly with no bra on, no underwear, and just be naked, drinking whatever.
Naked as a jaybird.
Yes, having me a glass of wine, eating a piece of dark chocolate and some nuts, and being free with my toes out, rubbing my feet together, and enjoying myself.
That's
By
right.
myself, because see, the thing is about self-entertainment. You don't have to have an entourage, and you don't have to go and spend money to be able to be at peace and love where you're at and where you're at in your life. So I would say that's my happy place. And another thing is, you may find your happy place just being with your children, being with your dog or your cat. But your happy place, find it. Find something where it's authentically you.
Right.
And it
right.
don't require too much of stress, where it have nothing to do with a whole lot of, I would say, adjectives. And you know what an adjective is? It's a description. Where you got to describe a whole lot, that means you're doing too much. Dial it back a little bit. Just be authentically you, because you came in this world naked as a jaybird with blood all over your head. Somebody else's fluid, which was your mother. So please figure it out.
Yeah, for real.
You know.
On that one. Well, you talked about your children, and so this brings me to my final question. Well, not my final question, but the main one I wanted to ask you: legacy.
Yes, my legacy is being able to leave that lasting impact, something that you can have sit around for generations. For example, it's something that is constantly being talked about. That's the only thing that's ever being mocked is Jesus. Ain't no other religion out here in this world being mocked, but Jesus is. That word that He King of Lord of Lord. That's one thing that's still being mocked to this day. And that's the only thing that's still going to have to be revealed.
Wow.
That's still left to be revealed on this earth out of every religion. Ain't no other religion said they will be returning. But He did. And it have been evidence to show He will be. So that legacy is something that will leave a lasting impression to show of something returning, and that is him.
Right.
Leaving that foundation and showing my children that I was here, and telling them to leave something of them, that they was here with their descendants, and keeping that forth. So teaching your children the way to go, that it should never depart from them. So that is my legacy, and it have nothing to do with material possession, because the one thing that God, the Creator, the Holy Spirit, has created on this earth that can never be destroyed, and that is the spirit. The flesh can be destroyed, metal, toys, cars, all of that, but the soul could never be destroyed. So that's all. The legacy is something that is continuing. It's something that you can, that you can't try to, you can't try to mimic.
Right.
It's something that you just want to know that is there without fail. Right. And that's the truth, the word of God. That's my legacy, is to constantly keep his word alive, because he lives forever and ever.
Wow, that's amazing. So normally about this time we talk about words of wisdom. Your legacy is wisdom. It really is. I mean, that's something that anybody can pick up and grow from that, right? But if there was someone out there who see that you're at peace, you're calm, you're doing your thing, you're living your best life, and it took you a journey to get there, right?
Yes.
It took you an ex-husband, some kids,
yes,
but you're there.
Yes,
you're there, right? And so I see that you're there. But what kind of advice could you give to someone who's trying to get where you are, or on that pathway to get where you are right now?
It takes sometimes 1 second at a time, 1 minute at a time, 1 hour at a time, sometimes 1 day at a time. I would say don't rush it. The process is exactly what it is. I'm going to tell you, like my aunt told me, Pastor Georgia Todd. She said, be in the moment. Learn to be in that moment. She lost her husband of 43 years. Be in the moment. Okay? He was a pastor, my Uncle Larry. Larry Todd. Lawrence Todd. Yes, it was. Yes. But be in the moment. Always try not to let your mind wander, but be in that moment. And learn to stay there and enjoy that moment, because that moment can leave so fast.
Right.
And you can't get back 2 minutes, and you can't get back 5 minutes, and you can't get back yesterday. But be in that moment, so that way you can get ready to enjoy the next 10 minutes.
I just thought of DJ T Nice. I
Mm-hmm.
want my minutes back. I want my 2 seconds back.
Yes. And you be thinking like, man, what did I just spend my last few minutes on? What did I just spend my last few hours on? Man, I was bad for no reason. And you could have been enjoying those last few hours.
Yeah.
Be in the moment. And while you in those moments, you try to, she always leave off. Be great and make somebody else great while you at it.
Right.
So when you in that moment, try to be great at it.
Right.
And be great, and so that way somebody else can be great while you doing it.
Yeah, exactly. And that's one thing that Girl talks about. It's about us giving back. Helping other people. We talk about people not doing so well. People are not where you are. What do you do? How do you help someone get on that pathway? Because you can't pull everybody up.
No, because the thing is this: free will. Free will allows people to hold themselves back, and free will is of the flesh. So in order to let free will go, you have to be of the spirit. And I would just say, a lot of people don't understand that, but if you let go of your will, your wants, and allow it just to be what it is, like now, the questions that you're asking, just being in the moment, that is letting go your free will.
Yeah.
You may want to do this, somebody may say something that you may not like, but just being in the moment of something else that could be bringing you joy. Because see, joy and happiness are two different things. God always speaks about joy.
Mhm.
But happiness, you don't hear that in the Bible.
Right,
He say
right.
peace and joy.
Yeah.
But you don't hear happiness, because happiness is fleeting. It's a temporary emotion.
Mhm. Yeah, that's a great way of putting that. It really is. Because I'm always, again, that's my word, right? My
Mhm.
happy place.
Mhm.
And so once that's gone, it's kind of like,
What I do now.
no. It's not what I do now. It's how I get it back.
Yeah.
Because you
chasing
disrupted
Mm-hmm.
my happy
Yeah,
spot,
my happy
my
space,
peace.
my peace. Mhm.
Peace be still.
Mhm.
At this point, it's
Yeah.
time. It's time to change because you've worked so hard.
Mhm.
You got through those kids.
Mhm.
You worked those jobs,
Mhm.
and now look at you. You're doing your own jobs.
Yes.
Might be not where you want it right now.
Yeah, right. I
But
want it.
it's at that building. It's
Yeah.
at that building, and so
Mhm.
that's what makes me happy about our entrepreneur. I say entrepreneur
Mhm.
women,
Yeah.
because these sheroes, they're finding a way to make it.
Yes.
They're finding a way to make it because we just celebrated Juneteenth. Right?
Juneteenth. Yes.
And so
yes.
we've come a long way,
Yes.
but we still got a long way to go.
Yes, and a lot more educating, because I was talking to one of my neighbors who is also one of my clients. She was asking about Juneteenth, and she was saying how she didn't realize and know about Juneteenth, and she's 80 something years old, 87. She
Lord
said she
have
didn't
mercy.
know nothing about Juneteenth till about like 10 years ago.
Wow.
And it's really about educating a lot.
Right.
And that is why I started homeschooling my children when back when I pulled them out of public schools, when my son was in like the 2nd or 3rd grade, and my daughter Prayer was in like 1st or 2nd grade, and homeschooled them all the way through almost high school.
Right. Well, we do, because I'm from Dallas,
Mm-hmm.
and so we've been celebrating Juneteenth all my life,
Mm-hmm.
and it's amazing to me that I've been here since 2019, and you guys just started celebrating.
Exactly.
And so I'm just still floored about that.
Yes.
I'm just still like,
Yes.
I cannot believe it.
Yes.
I cannot believe it. And so we did the celebration at the park last weekend,
Mm-hmm.
and it was really nice. People
Mhm.
came out, and it was Stop the Violence
Mhm.
thing. But at the end of the day, it even was our other sisters
Mhm.
and brothers there as
Yes.
well. They
Mhm.
were there,
Mhm.
and it gave you a sense of unity,
Yes.
that there is, we can
come
can-
together
we
as one
can.
unit. Yes,
We
we
can.
can. And we can do it without violence.
Yeah, and so that was really nice. Dougie
Mhm.
Fresh was there.
Yes,
performed.
yes. And my niece performed Starburst.
That's right. I was about to say, and your cousin did too.
Mm-hmm.
And so, Grim, he performed,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
so that was pretty cool. It was really a great event, and that was my first since I've
Mhm.
been here, and I think there's more to come.
Yes,
And-
yes,
and-
absolutely.
Yeah, and so education is key.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
It's key.
Absolutely. And it's never ending. Educating is never ending. It's always something new to learn. It's always something new to knowledge, wisdom to
Yeah.
spread
Yeah.
with a lot of understanding.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you also have to be patient, with it as well. So
Well, tell people how they can get in touch with you in case they need some events done.
well, a lot of my stuff right now, I have put it on pause. But starting July 1st, everything will be back up and running. You can hit me on love.handles4homes@gmail.com. Endowed Expressions at Instagram.
Y'all can't forget that one.
Okay. Endowed Expressions on Instagram. And I will be getting the Facebook. I do not do social media. I have not done social media forever because of it just felt like it was just too much for me.
Okay, well, you know what? The Cameron Grayson PR agency can help you with that.
All right, that'll be helpful.
That was a shameless plug, but
Yeah, and listen, network, make the dream work.
There you go. There you go. All right, guys. This concludes the show for today, and I really, really enjoyed you. This was
Thank
so
you.
inviting.
And this is my first podcast
Well,
live.
all right.
I did it several times privately, but this was a live one.
All right. And she'll be back next month, towards the end of the month.
Yes.
And so we'll have her on. I know she's gonna have a lot to tell us when we do Girl Talk, because she's starting back. So she'll have a whole lot more to share with us, with her businesses and all the things that she's doing. So we'll catch up on that.
Yes.
Just looking forward to seeing all this Shero power going on. And so thank you so much for being on the show.
And thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
We appreciate the support.
Yes.
And so that's what we're doing. We're in the midst of keeping our dream alive, right?
Amen.
And getting the word out for everyone. So, okay, guys, until next week, right here, SKST Radio, powered by Street Ground Entertainment.
All right.
Bye for now.